Welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, May the 5th. Good to have you with us today. We're talking show business in this segment. Two distinctively different types of show business. Let's start first of all with Dr. Susan Duggan, who is with us from CMU. Good to have you, Fayette. And you're here to tell us about the summer opera, which is coming up about a month and a half from now. But we give people plenty of notice on this. June the 12th, 13th, and 14th. What is it?
It is an opera by Mozart, Cosi fan tutte, except we'll be doing it in English. And basically it means most women are like that, which means that women are unfaithful and fickle. The whole story kind of evolves around two military officers who are engaged to two young ladies, sisters. And this cynical philosopher that's their friend suggests that these women are not going to be faithful. And so,
but it's all in English.
Yes.
All music. This came about because of a special grant that you were able to receive, right?
The Fayette Area Commercial Trust grant.
Yeah. So you're working on this production right now.
Working on the music.
How much effort and time goes into doing an opera like this?
Well, a lot. And this one happens to be one that's 3.5 hours, but I'm reducing it to 2.
How do you take an hour and a half out of a 3.5 hour?
Well, you keep the story intact. You shorten some of the ensembles, the repetitions, and I'm putting dialogue in instead of recitative, which is usually sung, which kind of makes it a little bit longer. And
now, when you do something like this, do you have to get special permission?
Well, this opera's in public domain.
So then you don't have to. You can do pretty much what you want.
There's a lot of change. Yeah, there's a lot of adaptations and.
Okay.
I tend to do it because of the small area that we presented in, and we have a small 100-seat recital hall, so it works better. Plus the time frame.
Okay.
And most people don't want to listen to 3.5 hours of music unless they're at the Met. You know, so.
But you've got some pretty good people.
It's got some good
singers. You have some very talented people. In fact, one of the young students that you had on here last time received a fellowship and is spending the summer in Salzburg, Austria because of that. And I'd say that's pretty impressive.
It is.
All right, let's give folks the date, the time, and the place, and how to get tickets.
June 12th, 13th, and 14th. There's a matinee on the 14th, which is a Sunday at 2. The rest are at 7:30. And tickets are $7, general admission. And you can call 660-248. 6317.
Okay, and you can get your tickets right now to reserve it for.
You can call it in, and we'll reserve some seats.
All right, for CMU Summer Opera, June the 12th, 13th, and 14th. Thank you, Susan, for coming by.
Thanks
Pleasure
for
having you here today. Now we turn to another group of people doing something a little bit different, and your production is in progress right now,
That's right?
Maplewood Barn. It's called Darker Shores.
That's right.
And we've got Byron Scott, who is the Associate Director, and Charlie Wilkerson. Pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
You're the lead in Darker Shores.
I am one of the major characters. I portray Thomas Douglas Beauregard III, Doctor of Spiritual Science. I'm a spirit medium hired by Professor Gabriel Stokes to ascertain whether or not the house he has moved into on the Sussex coast is haunted.
Is it haunted?
Well, you'll have to buy a ticket to find out.
We believe it is haunted in many interesting ways.
Okay.
And this is, of course, the opening show of our 43rd outdoor season.
Now, you opened April the 30th?
Yes.
April 30th. So how is it going?
It's going quite well. Because of construction on our light towers, we actually did the whole first week indoors. And the light towers are finished, and so we'll be outdoors this Mother's Day weekend coming up if weather permits. If not, we can do anything ghostly and bump in the night indoors.
So that's what's nice now about Maplewood Barn is if you don't have to cancel the show, you don't have to postpone it, you don't have to delay it. If it looks like there's going to be rain, well, you just take your sets and go inside.
All of our sets are mobile, and we move them inside.
It makes for a very intimate theater that way.
It does?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
especially for a ghost story.
All right, now tell me a little bit more about this production.
Well, it's by Michael Porter, a British author. It's been compared to some of the dark lady genres of horror shows in Britain, but it's even got humor in it as well. A lot of very interesting British humor.
Now, is this suitable for young children, or are they going to be scared if they come?
They're going to be scared.
But it's suitable for young children.
There's nothing obscene or bloody about it.
But it is frightening.
It is frightening.
We're hoping that it is, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Would it frighten? Now, I frighten very easily. I go to a movie, and if it's, I quit going to horror movies now because I can't take them. Am I going to be sitting on the edge of my seat with this?
Paul, I'm running the sound effects for this show, and among other things, and it scares me every night.
Really?
Yes. I know what's coming.
Good. So keep that in
Glad
mind.
to hear that.
All right. Tell me a little bit more about your character.
Well, my character,
And you're slipping into your
Dr.
character.
Beauregard,
Yeah,
yes,
you're slipping into it
is,
right now.
From the South. He fought at Gettysburg in the Civil War, and he has since moved to London for his spiritual medium practice. And
So he is in contact with the spirit.
he's a trance medium,
What is a trans-
clairvoyant and clairaudient. He can be possessed by spirits and speak through the spirits.
As a spirit speak through him.
Correct.
Right. And this happens in this show.
It does.
Okay. Has there been any unforeseen incidents that have occurred during the rehearsal of the show since you're dealing with a topic
Well,
like this?
you're talking to Charlie Wilkerson, who had the lead in Macbeth. So, so now I should spin around the room 3 times and because I mentioned that word. But all kinds of strange occurrences happen to me whenever I do a show. So.
right.
Something strange happens every night because we're doing strange things.
Yeah. All right. Well, I tell you what, we're out of time, but it runs this weekend through Mother's Day. The Mother's Day show is a matinee.
Mother's Day is the evening.
The evening.
As
Okay.
well.
All
All
right.
shows begin at 8 p.m. Box office opens at 7.
Maplewood Barn, thank you so much. Darker Shores, it's a pleasure having you here. Tomorrow, Greenhouse Theater Project and talk about Hepatitis C Alliance. Our program directed by Travis McMillan, Reynolds Journalism Institute. Audio Pat Akers, KBIA. Our floor director, Lowell Thomas. Our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mouser. Bye-bye.